is brought to you by Banner Bank. Better ideas, better banking. By Quest. Quest is becoming CenturyLink. CenturyLink, your link begins here. Find out more at CenturyLink.com/link. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, presenting Los Lobos and Los Lonely Boys Friday night. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. Welcome back to Safeco Field. Mariners again trying to avoid that 4-game sweep at the hands of the first-place Texas Rangers. Brad Adam with you inside the pen here, presented by Root Sports. On the mound for the Mariners, a guy with a Texas connection. Also with a Texas connection, our Jen Mueller with more on the starting pitchers. Jen?
That's right. Blake Bevan is the newest addition to the Mariners starting staff, and a staff that has one of the best ERAs in all of the American League. The Mariners will be facing their third lefty of the series, as well as we take a little bit closer look at today's pitching matchup. So Blake Bevan, a righty on the mound, his third start of the year. He's got a 1-0 record and an ERA just over 2. Matt Harrison will throw for the Rangers. He is 7-7 this year, and ERA just over 3. Now, Blake was part of the Rangers organization before getting traded here to Seattle, but he also grew up in Irving, which is just down the road from Arlington, the home of the Rangers, so he is awfully excited to be facing a few of his former teammates and the team that he grew up cheering for. We've got first pitch just around the corner. Stick around as the Mariners and Rangers face off next on Root Sports.
Okay, so it might be a little bit wet outside Safeco Field, but that doesn't dampen the spirit of Mariner fans who come in to get their Mariner beach blankets. Yes, sir. It's that kind of day here in Seattle as the Mariners look to end an 8-game losing streak and stop Texas's 10-game winning streak. Something's got to give here today. Welcome, everybody, to Mariner Baseball. Along with Mike Flowers, I'm Dave Sims. Happy Sunday to you. And the Mariners send rookie Blake Bevan, a former Texas Ranger prospect, against his old teammates. Let's take a look at the lineup he'll be facing today, Mike.
Thank you, Dave. And for Ron Washington, you want to start with Ian Kinsler. Hit a couple of home runs in yesterday's game. 4 extra base hits so far for him in the series. And it's Andrews, Hamilton, Beltre with 19 home runs on the year. Young, Cruz, the team leader in home runs with 21. Murphy and Napoli back in the lineup. Mitch Moreland, the first baseman, will hit 9th. Numbers for Bevan. He's pitched well so far. You take a look at what he did in his last start against the Angels, 6 1/3. Only gave up 2 earned runs. No walks. That'll be a big key for him today. Defense behind him. Hallman in left field. Gutierrez out in center. Ichiro in right field. And on the infield, Figgins and Wilson, both of them getting a start. They'll be the left side of the infield. Ackley and Smoke on the right side. And Josh Bard will do the catching this afternoon.
Well, here we go. Blake Bevan made his big league debut 2 weeks ago today. And first pitch is outside. Adrian Johnson, the home plate umpire, fielding Colbrith at first, Bill Miller at second, and Gary Cedarstrom at third. The roof extended, covering us up here at Safeco Field. Get down to Figgins, gets an early chance. Steps right into the throw, throws him out. So Kinsler's retired. Boy, did he do some damage last night with the 2 home runs. 2 jolts to left field. One landed in the bullpen. So Blake Bevan, minor league record of 38 and 25, a 3.73 ERA in 93 minor league games. And the word on him when he came up here, got the Mariners front office folks, is strike thrower, doesn't throw super hard, but he comes at you, works quickly, and he has certainly lived up to that. Strike one to Elvis Andrus. Blake beat San Diego 2 weeks ago today, went 7 innings. 3 hits and 1 run. Ackley takes care of out number 2. Bevan's going against the number 2 hitting team, number 2 run scoring team. Team first in hits, second in home runs, and second in stolen bases. We've seen a little bit of everything. We've seen their small ball, their fundamental ball, 3 sac flies a couple of nights ago. We seen plenty of home runs. And here's Hamilton slicing one. That'll be extra bases down into the corner. Here's Hallman going after it. And Josh Hamilton, first pitch he sees, hits his 16th double.
And we'll take a look at this last pitch. It's a fastball, a little 2-seamer. Running away from Hamilton. He hits the ball the other way down into the corner. Bevan able to jam the first 2 hitters. That was a good sign. It was in on the hands of Kinsler and Andrews, but this pitch away from Hamilton. So he hits it that way.
Hamilton now 3 for 11. Here's Adrian Beltre. Mariners have held him in check. He's 1 for 11 in the series. An RBI on a sac fly a couple of nights ago, and a run scored. Beltre, base hit in his last at bat last night in the 8th inning, ended an 0 for 10 stretch. Mariners trying to prevent giving up a first inning run as they have in the first 3 games of this series. Mariners have been outscored 14-1 by these Rangers. Two and 1, Adrian Beltre. Having a great year, second in the American League in RBIs. 5 behind Adrian Gonzalez, who has 77. Beltre with 72. Now a 3-1 count. On deck is Michael Young, number 3 hitter in the American League. See what Bevan comes up with against Beltre here, and he walks him. First and second, 2 outs.
If he can get out of this inning, I like what he's doing right now. Look at those pitches. All those pitches inside to Beltre. We talked about him pitching inside to Kinsler and Andrus. Send a message early in the ball game. Let him know that you're going to come in there. That way later it'll open up the outer half of the plate for his slider or his curveball.
Over here. There's Michael Young. Trailing only Adrian Gonzalez and Jose Bautista hitting in the American League. Goes the other way. Short hop. Ackley boots it. Everybody's safe. Fielder's choice E4. Loads him up.
His last pitch breaks Young's bat. Probably looking inside. The pitch ends up away. Dustin right here peeks up. You can see his head come up just before he picks the ball up and leaves it behind him. He had time, but you could tell his head come up before he was actually picking the ball up, and he ended up dropping it.
This is not where you wanted to be. Bases loaded with Nelson Cruz in the first inning.
And you can see another fastball inside. I think this is part of the game plan he and Josh Bard came up with. Try to pitch him in early. You get hitters looking in there because, listen, if you're gonna pound the guys inside, eventually they're going to have to look in there. It'll open up the outer half of the plate, like that pitch right there. It's a good pitch. Just off the outside corner. Josh Bard going out to have a conversation with Blake now.
Hot water already for the youngster. How about Nelson Cruz, one of the top home run hitters in the American League, 4th in the league right now. It's a blast going the other way. And home run coming with 1 out in the second inning. 2-0, he's ahead. It's outside corner, 2-1. Interesting. Two and 1 to Cruz. Popped up. That'll play. You're the Mariners right now. You're asking this young man to make a big pitch here. Get one of the better power guys out in a bases loaded first inning situation. 2-2 from Bevan. Up high, full count.
He made that pitch on the pitch before. Pitch in on the hands of Cruz as he popped it up foul. Tried to repeat it. And back in there again. Unfortunately, he missed up.
Oh, fans, Mariner fans encouraging Blake Bevan. What a spot he's in. First inning, bases loaded. Payoff pitch to Cruz, who falls and gets timeout. Hamilton, Beltre, and Young, the base runners. Payoff to Cruz. Off the fist, fouled it away. Third game. Hey, rookie, welcome.
I like what he's doing, though. I know this is some tough water that he's in right now, but again, another fastball in on the hands of Cruz. Rangers have shown in the first 3 games they're an aggressive hitting ball club, and I think he's playing to that a little bit right now.
3-2 pitch. Runners go. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. What a big moment for Blake Bevan. Strikes out Nelson Cruz on a 3-2 pitch with the bases loaded here in the first inning. Now for some offense. The Mariners haven't scored but just 1 run the last 35 innings dating back to last Sunday in Anaheim. Let's see how they fare when they come up. big red WOW exclamation point at the bottom of the first inning. Blake Bevan got out of it as he strikes out Nelson Cruz on a 3-2 pitch.
Excellent pitching from Bevan. You see the first 4 pitches, or those 4 pitches inside to Cruz. That opened up the outer half of the plate for him. And that last pitch is a fastball. It's 90, 91 miles an hour. But you start pounding those right-handed hitters inside like Bevan was able to do. They start looking in there, and that pitch looks further away. He wasn't able to catch up to it. And that's a pitch he's handled against the Mariners.
On a line and foul off the bat of Ichiro.
Excellent piece of pitching from a young rookie pitcher on the mound.
Just his 3rd big league start. Well, that'll earn you a lot of credibility in a dugout. Ichiro's been struggling like everybody else. Takes a strike. He's 1 for 12 on the homestand. He drove in the Mariners' only run last night, breaking in 0 for 15. Two and 2 for Matt Harrison. Full count. Harrison making his 18th start. Payoff to Ichiro. And he's aboard. Take a look at the rest of the Mariner batting order.
Following Ichiro, a change. Franklin Gutierrez moves up against the left-hander. He will hit second today. Ackley, Olivo, the DH, hitting cleanup. Smoke, Hallman, Bard, Figgins in the lineup hitting 8th, and Jack Wilson, he's also getting a start this afternoon. He will hit 9th. Numbers on Harrison. 103 2/3 innings for him so far. 66 strikeouts to 37 walks. He's given up 10 home runs this year.
So yet another lineup change here for the Mariners. Here's Gutierrez in the 2-hole. Ichiro at first. Double play opportunity. Kinsler, Andrus over to Moreland. Twin killing.
Rangers struggled defensively earlier this year, but Ron Washington says the last couple of weeks they've tightened things up. And here's the defense this afternoon. Murphy, Hamilton, and Cruz in the outfield. Adrian Beltre at third base. Andrus and Kinsler just turned that double play. They're up the middle. Mitch Moreland will get the start at first base, and Mike Napoli will do the catching.
108th double play turned by the Texas Rangers, the most in the major leagues. Here's Ackley. Dustin 1 for 4, got a double, a hustle double in the 6th inning last night. The ball to left field, got out of the box quickly and scooted into second. Matt Harrison last year, record of 3-2. He went 9-3 in 08, and that was the most wins by a rookie left-hander in Texas history as Ackley lines out on a 1-2 pitch. So that'll do it for the Mariners in the first inning. No score as we head to the second.
Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Blake Bevan got out of some serious trouble in that first inning. Future Mariner fans want some rally fries.
Dad wants some too. I don't blame you.
That's right, because you're going to be up at 3 o'clock a.m., pal. Changing those diapers. Chris Angel, Harry Houdini, they'd both be proud of what Blake Bevan did in that escape act in the first inning. Here's David Murphy. First time we've seen him in the series, followed by Mike Napoli and Mitch Moreland.
You were talking about the guys in the dugout appreciating what Bevan did to get out of that bases loaded jam, and the thing that they'll appreciate the most is Dustin Ackley ends up booting a ball and picking up your teammate. That's exactly what he did right there with a big strikeout from Cruz.
2-1 to Murphy. Line drive left field. Boy, the guys off the bench come out swinging. Leadoff single here in the second.
It's a good pitch on the outside corner, just off the outside corner. You have to give Murphy some credit. It's the ball the other way where it was pitched.
Here's Mike Napoli. What's in strike? Thursday night, Napoli 3 for 4. Had a leadoff homer. He had a single, a couple of singles, and a stolen base. Not bad when your 8-hole hitting catcher's got 13 homers and 34 runs batted in. Vigorous swing there by Napoli. 0-2. Up high.
Another good pitch from Blake. First couple of strikes that he was able to get on Napoli were up in the strike zone that last pitch. Why not climb the ladder, go a little bit higher, and see if you can get him to chase that pitch. Still way ahead in the count.
Keep in mind, too, this team that can run. Everybody in this batting order for the Rangers has at least 2 stolen bases. Includes Napoli and the first baseman Mitch Moreland. Let me amend that. Everybody but Beltre. Beltre 0 for 1. 1-2 pitch here to Napoli. 2-2. Mike's on a nice little roll there. Runner goes. Swung on and fouled off. David Murphy 5 out of 10 in base stealing. Another good crowd on hand. Beach blanket giveaway today. 30,896 last night. 2-2 pitch coming to Napoli. Good vantage point behind home plate in the lower section. Rain really picked up the last hour and change. Had the roof closed all morning. Should say the roof extended close it up here at the ballpark. Day off tomorrow for the Mariners. Travel east, Toronto, Boston, and New York. Ready for 90 degrees pretty much every day, big fella.
Looking forward to it.
2-2. Midwest and the East. Broiling in some hot temperatures. 3 games in each spot. And all games are on Root Sports. Runner goes on a 3-2 pitch, fouled off. And a week from today, Mike, we get to do it old style. After the game in Boston, we get on a train and head to New York.
I'm looking forward to that.
It's going to be fun.
I've heard about it. I've never done it. What is it, about a 3-hour train
Yeah,
ride?
about 3 and change. A big fan of Amtrak.
Napoli putting up a good fight. 8 pitches, 9th pitch coming up to him.
Three, 2. Murphy goes again. Pitch taken for a ball. Ball 4. 2 men are on. Second walk for Bevan. Been a lot of base runners here. Loaded him up in the first and now 2 on here in the second. So walk and 2 strikeouts given up by Bevan. These folks enjoying a nice Sunday afternoon here at Safeco Field.
Faced 2 left-handed hitters in the lineup so far, Hamilton and Murphy. Both of them get fastballs away, both of them with the 2 hits for the Rangers in the game, hitting the ball the other way.
5 of the 8 Rangers have reached base so far. Pitch up high to Mitch Moreland, first baseman with 11 homers and 24 runs batted in.
I believe he had a beard at the start of this series.
I believe you're right.
Yeah.
Well, you would too. He's 0 for his last 14. About a week or so ago, he's been struggling. 0 for 4 in this trip. They hit into 2 double plays last night. Two 2-0 the count. Strike, 2-1.
At home plate umpire Adrian Johnson helped him out a little bit. The 2-0 pitch.
Blake Bevan out of Irving, Texas. Former farmhand for the Rangers. 2-1 pitch. That's hit a ton. Deep right field. Ichiro's going to watch it land way out of here. Mitch Moreland with his 12th home run takes his RBI total to 27. And the Rangers, explosive as always, have a 3-0 lead. 2-1 pitch. That thing was a rocket.
Looked like a slider that is down, but he leaves it in the middle of the plate. Changeup, actually, changeup down.
That was an Earl Weaver special. 3-run homer. Brother. Top of the order, Ian Kinsler. That's a strike. The Mariners in a hole. Bottom third of the order goes single walk, 3-run homer. Broken bat, ground ball. Zach Wilson Throws out Kinsler. First out. Nice to see Jack back at shortstop. And make sure you're on hand for the Sonic celebration. It's coming up Friday, July 29th. We're going to be celebrating some of the greatest to wear the green and gold as the Mariners take on the Rays. Gary Payton, Sean Kemp, Gus Williams, Jack Sikma, Spencer Hayward, Hersey Hawkins, George Karl, and more. Plus, Kevin Calabro will be the host, the MC of this event, former play-by-play man. For tickets to Sonic Celebration Night, go to mariners.com/tickets. Elvis Andrus did not like that call.
According to the tracer, a good pitch.
Popped up. Ichiro. Out number 2. And that'll bring up Josh Hamilton. Slashed a double to left his first time. Strike 1 to Josh. Rangers have a day off, then they go to Anaheim for 3. Angels start today 3 behind Texas in second place. Only 2 strikes.
And Blake now is throwing a lot of pitches here in the first couple of innings. 43 pitches now for Blake.
One, 2 to Hamilton. And Bard holds on. And Hamilton's gone. Damaged though. Here in the second inning, a 3-run jack by Mitch Moreland, and Texas has a 3-0 lead. Mariner enjoying his mom's company and a little TV work. Good for him. All right. He's a cutie, very responsive. Miguel Olivo. About Miguel today as the DH. First time he's DH since September 18th of 09 at Chicago when he was with the Kansas City Royals. First time this season and the 30th time in his career.
Eric Wedge trying to get him out from behind the plate, but you have a left-hander on the mound, so he's trying to get powerful right-handed bat in the lineup. Miguel with 12 home runs on the year.
2-1. How about this? Home runs since June 29th. These guys have been on a rampage. Mariners just 3. And look what Kinsler, Beltre, Hamilton, Cruz, and Napoli have done. Andrus throws over. And 1 down as Olivo's retired. 49 players. 3+ home runs since June 29th. The Mariners have just Ackley and Bard in that category. Boy, oh boy. It has been a struggle, and everybody you talk to said, hey man, we've been through this and it stinks every time you go through it. Eric Wedge was asked before the game, so look at Smoke, another former Texas Ranger. His thoughts on Chris Chambliss. Said, hey, I got full faith in Chris Chambliss. That's why we brought him over here. Here's his experience as a player, a coach, and a manager. And his personality well suited for this job. Here's a fly ball left field for Murphy. Quick 2 outs. And it's been tough on Chris. He says that's one of the reasons why we hired him. His experience, personality. He says all things considered, he's handled it really well. He says we're on the same page. And as you heard in our pregame show, and I like the fact Wedge calling everybody out. Veterans, kids. Hey, boys, let's go. A little tougher. Let's go.
They're the ones that are going to have to get it done. And I think when you talk about Chris, I think you have to realize what a tough job he has, especially at this point, with the amount of young people that he has in the lineup. You know, as far as experience goes at the big league level, I mean, you have Ackley today, Smoke, and Hallman. Usually there's 4, maybe 5 guys in there. And you have to really rely on your veteran guys, and when they're struggling, it makes it even more difficult. So he's on both ends of it, trying to make it work. You know, find some happy medium in there to get these guys going.
Greg Hallman,
difficult job.
Yeah, Greg Hallman, 3rd time in the 6 hole for this youngster. Eric Wedge said, "Hey man, it's by necessity."
He's swung the bat well when he gets an opportunity.
Looking for his first hit here in the homestand. 0 for 6. Overall 0 for his last 9. 1-2 pitch. And pulled it. Napoli goes down to Moreland. And the Mariners are gone 1-2-3 in the 2nd. Nothing across. Right now Texas holding a 3-0 lead. Texas topped the 3rd. That means it's time for the AT&T trivia question. Here we go. How many Mariner players were members of the '95 team and the '01 team. This is all yours, Coach. I'll ride whatever. I'll ride whatever bus you got in the front of the bus.
Okay. Well, you have Edgar.
Wow, I'd hit the superstructure up there. How about that? Could have beamed up there and then ricocheted down.
Went out of play. You have Edgar, Buhner, Dan Wilson, Norm Charlton. That's 4.
I just heard Tim Heavily say that's what the second ball ever hit. That hit the roof up there. That's impressive.
The other one was earlier this year, I believe.
Beltre, Young, and Cruz 4, 5, and 6. That's a good question.
Yeah.
How many 95ers were with the 01 team? Got to be a couple of hurlers in there, right?
Norm.
Norm, all right. Anybody start any starters? Beltre fouls it out. Right now you're sitting 4.
Yeah, I'm sitting on 4. I have a couple of outs to work with.
1-2 to Beltre, who walked his first time. Blake Bevan got out of a bases loaded 2-out jam in the first. And then the 7, 8, 9 guys got him in the second inning. Single, walk, 3-run homer, Mitch Moreland. 1-2 to Beltre. Beltre leans on this one. Left center field, extra bases. One hop off the Nikon sign. And Beltre eases into second with the double. That's his 25th. He's 2 behind team leader Michael Young with 27. Speaking of Michael Young, he's the next hitter.
Look at Adrian Beltre, the cleanup hitter for the Rangers.
Four hits now given up by Blake Bevan.
This is a tough assignment for him here. He knows that Michael Young is going to try to hit the ball to the right side if he can to move the runner up. Well, that's the strength of Michael Young, hitting the ball the other way, and he can do it a variety of ways. Obviously, if you pitch him away, that's one way to do it. But also, if he pitches him inside, he can inside out the ball and hit it the other way. We've seen that a lot. Lead with his hands, drag the barrel through.
Ron Washington made an interesting point about Michael Young. He said, obviously, it's a plus having this guy. He's only the 3rd leading hitter in the American League, 7-time All-Star. So he was taught well. So when he was a young kid with the Will Clarks and that veteran crew, see, those guys really taught him how to play this game. And once he came up here as a young kid, you've seen that.
Yes.
And he listened, and he's prospered.
It's definitely an advantage. Well, I heard it yesterday. We had the 01 team here, and they were talking to Brett Bone, and Brett Bone had a number of really, really good years here, MVP type years, and he said the same thing. Talking to Edgar was a big part of that.
Oh, it hits Beltre in the back. They got him! They got him!
Two, 4, 6.
How about that?
Well, there was nobody covering at second. And this looks like it hits Beltre in the back. I think he thought the ball was going back out towards center field, but Ackley was right on it. Yeah, it hits him in the back. He sees that. Doesn't go very far. And by the time he realized that, Jack Wilson in the right spot, able to get Adrian.
Yeah, I think peripherally he initially did not see Ackley, and then what he did was way too late, and he was in dead man's land. Popped to right field for Ichiro. Oh, those are 2 huge outs. But yeah, when you have that, it's one thing when coaches talk to you, but when you have somebody in your peer group, particularly an older peer, it means so much, particularly in all these sports, but I think more so in even this sport than anything.
It is, because you do it every day, Dave, and you're going to have your struggles in this game. That's what this game is about.
Cruz, first pitch swinging, base hit.
And if you can have some of your own peers that are going up there on a daily basis with you, and you have people that you can talk to, it makes a big difference.
I like what, who was it, Lou said yesterday, he said about games, a lot of games, yeah, you feel good, you come back, you win. He said, I'd be with the coaches, and I'd come back in the clubhouse, there's 7, 8 guys sitting around having a couple cold ones. Hey, let me get one. Jump right in. You saw it, you experienced it, you lived it.
Talk baseball, talk about what's going on, what happened that night, what's going on tomorrow, who's the pitcher, all that stuff makes a big difference.
Hallman back a couple of steps, and that'll do it for Texas. Boy, Mariners catch a break. Beltre, some bad base running out there. And Michael Young flies out. Cruz singles, but Murphy is retired. That'll do it. We go to the home third, 3-0 Rangers. Number by Mitch Moreland in the second inning with the lead. Mariners trying to get some things going here. Tell you what, the artwork improves day in and day out. Way to go, Mariner fans. Third inning, Josh Bard swinging and missing. Mariners now 1 run their last 37 innings. Bard, Figgins, and Wilson. Bottom third of the order against Matt Harrison. Speed pitch, right field. Cruz got a late start. Kinsler going out. Look out. Cold, baby.
Looked like Cruz came up with it.
Woo-wee. Yeah, Cruz got it. A nice peel by Kinsler very late.
Yeah, and by Cruz. I think Cruz saw it also, and he kind of jumped out of the way as he was catching it. Jumped off to the side.
See, look at the relief on Kinsler's face. Kinsler calling for it. And
a lot of times, though, if he's calling for it and Cruz is doing the same, you won't hear each other.
Oh, good peel
by both of them.
He said, I got it.
I don't think I'd want Nelson Cruz to run into him. That would be a bad day.
Ever been on kick return and not see that guy coming? That's what it feels. That would feel like. Trust me, I've been there. Who's supposed to get that guy on the left side? I didn't see him.
Kinsler could feel him somewhere, because you're right. He peeled off right there at the end. He could feel him coming. So difficult for an infielder because the ball's over their head, so they're running, looking back, trying to find the ball, and typically it's tough for them to see the outfielder. They really have to trust their outfielders in those situations, because you have to try to go make the play, and you know it's in no man's land.
Kinsler's a good-sized kid. Cruz 6'2", 240. Two to Figgins.
Adrian Johnson, he might be the loudest umpire behind the plate screaming out the strike call.
Particularly that one. That was extraordinarily loud. Didn't need Lee's microphone to pick that up. Nice grab by Moreland. He'll take it himself. 2 outs. Figgins playing for the first time since last Thursday. Sure, you join us at Safeco Field Friday, August 12th through the 14th. David Ortiz and the Red Sox will be back in town, or will be in town. It's the first time they're coming here. 4-game weekend series. Red Sox and Mariners at Safeco Field. Always a hot ticket, so get yours today. Go to Mariners.com or any Mariners team store. We're going to see the Red Sox next weekend at Fenway Park. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Here's Jack Wilson. Wilson first start since July 2 against San Diego. It's only the 3rd game this season Jack's played at shortstop. He's played 36 games at second base. Moreland gives it a try. Zenarone. All 2 strikes. Down low. The Mariners' next 13 series. Tuesday through September 7th, only 2 are against teams with losing records. Oakland, August 1 through 3. The White Sox, late August 26th through the 28th. That is a lot of big chores coming up for this Mariner ball club that is right now last in too many offensive categories.
The nature of this game, it never gets any easier for you.
Earl Willis, Eric Wedge, Robbie Thompson, brain trust of the club. Jack Wilson, center field. Hamilton giving ground and makes the catch. But thanks to a double play in the first, Matt Harrison has faced the minimum through 3. Let's revisit our AT&T trivia question. How many Mariners were on the 95 team, who also played on the 05 team? Mike, you went with 4.
Yeah.
Fans went with 4. Survey says...
I forgot about Nelly.
Yep. Correct answer D.
Yep.
So Nelly briefly as we were leaving last night. Looks great. 3-0 hole for the Mariners. 8-9-1 here. Napoli, Moreland, and Kinsler. Napoli long at bat, drew a walk and scored. Wow, what a hack. It scored on the Moreland 3-run homer. Going 2 to Mike. Hit one of our mics.
His next pitch will be 60 for Blake, so he needs a quick inning.
Comes the 0-2. Tackle foul.
Ended up walking Napoli his first time up, but he's pitching him the same, trying to pitch him at the top of the strike zone. Maybe expanded to go above that, climb the ladder on him.
Do it again at 0-2. Pitch from Bevan. Foul. Boy, he hung an off-speed pitch, and Napoli jumped all over it. Base hit. A 9-pitch at bat, a walk in the second inning. 6-pitch at bat here in the fourth, a single for Napoli.
And here comes the difference in the game so far. Mitch Moreland. See the tracer on the pitches thrown to Napoli.
Moreland was ahead in the count, 2-1, and hit a blast into the right field seats.
And this is a changeup. It's a changeup in the middle of the plate. It's down. 83 miles an hour.
Sterling Savings Bank game recap. 1-0 to Moreland. To left field. Greg Holman's there. 1 out. Boy, to give you an idea of how this series has gone, Mike, to this moment, 17 runs on 36 hits, 6 homers by Texas, a run on 15 hits for the Mariners. Runner goes. Throw by Bard. In time, got him. Napoli now 2 for 4 in base stealing. 2 outs. This throw by Josh Bard. It's the second base stealer thrown out since he's been recalled from Tacoma.
And as you mentioned, everybody in the Rangers lineup will run. Ron Washington will stay aggressive with this club.
1-0 to Kinsler. Smoke might have a play.
To give you an idea, you were talking about those numbers. One of the keys for the Rangers in this series is they've scored early in the games, including today. On the flip side of it, the Mariners in the first 3 innings of all 4 games have 2 total hits. Brendan Ryan had a hit in the 3rd inning on Friday, and Adam Kennedy in the 2nd inning in yesterday's game. That's it. So when you're trying to play catch up, it makes it difficult.
Bouncing ball to the shortstop. Jack Wilson, quick release, throws out Kinsler. So Bevan faces the minimum in the fourth thanks to Josh Bart throwing out Napoli. Mariners looking for some runs. They haven't had one in 38 innings. A Mariners shirt, good for you. Mariners in search of some offense, being no hit through 3 by Matt Harrison. Mariners with a run yesterday. That was in the 5th. Had 1 run the last 38 innings. Intro, a walk to lead off the Mariners home first. One. Two and one from Matt Harrison, who hails from Durham, North Carolina. Lives in Creedmoor, North Carolina. 6'4", 240. 7-player trade came over from Atlanta late July of 2007. Ichiro is 4 for 18 against Matt.
He's worked himself into a good count. Ichiro ended up walking his first time up.
Ball down to Andrus. 1 out. Let's check in with Jen Mueller. What's going on?
All right, David, is our Sterling Savings Bank score. Blue Jays and Yankees today. They were tied at 1 in the 4th, but New York jumps ahead with 4 in the inning. Curtis Granderson lines a frozen rope to right. That scores 2, and the Yankees go on to win 7-2. Dave?
All right, thank you, Jen. Franklin Gutierrez grounded into a double play his first time. Yankees in Toronto, a couple of teams we're going to see in this forthcoming trip. Andrus will get another opportunity. 2 outs. Bring up Justin Ackley. He lined out to short.
Hit the ball hard. Unfortunately, it ended up having a little slice to it. Sliced right back to Andrus, the shortstop.
Better Bank building to the future. Base hit 19 of his 23. And 21 of 23 games he's reached base. Strike 1. Dutch Rennert used to bark him out. Jim
Joyce.
Another one. Look at that bat. Wow. Andrus throws out Ackley by a smidge. 3 ground balls to the shortstop. No hitter for Matt Harrison. 1 run the last 39. 3-0 Texas. Waving at Mom was probably getting a day off from the crew. A Safeco Field Suites are perfect for corporate events, birthdays, anniversaries, and graduation celebrations. Suites can accommodate parties of 14 to 400 with prices as low as $75 per person, including food. For details, visit mariners.com/suites. We're through 4. Been a busy day for Elvis Andrus. He had 3 assists in the 4th inning. This is already his 3rd time up. We're in the 5th. Just popped to second, fly to right. Andrus, Hamilton, and Beltre 2, 3, and 4. Okay, we'll see the Cleveland Indians a bunch coming up in August. Cleveland 1 game lead over Detroit. See Boston and New York in the next trip.
Cleveland's really amazed me that they've been able to hang in there off to a fast start. I wasn't sure if that was for real, but you get into mid-July, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, Detroit made a real good run, and they're hanging a game back, and Chicago's 4 back starting today. Minnesota climbing to within 6.
With the start that they had.
That's remarkable. Fly ball right field. Etro with room. Minnesota.
I saw that Maurer played some first base, huh?
Yeah, he has been. Yeah, they got to work him in there. Morneau's out for a while. That's right. Next, I believe it's next week this time. We had Pat Gillick on yesterday, going into the Hall of Fame, and our friend Bert Blyleven goes in next week. That's exciting. Hitter's Josh Hamilton. Actually, I think it's 2 weeks today.
Nope. I think you're right. It's a week.
It is a week?
It's a week from today, yep.
Today's the 17th, 24th. The reason I said it was the 31st because I remember so many of them always the last Sunday in July.
I was talking to some people that are part of the Mariners front office. They're going there, and they're going to be there in a week.
Right on. All right, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yes. I do remember that because we're going to be in Boston.
Yeah.
Some are going to. drive across I-90, get into Cooperstown, New York. One and two to Hamilton. Bevan gave up a 3-run homer to Mitch Moreland in the second. Pitch misses. He's run a full count now to Hamilton. Payoff. High fly ball left field for Holman. 2 outs. Third put out already for Holman. Good view from the fair pole down the left field line. Here's Beltran. Broke that bat. Jack Wilson throws him out. 1-2-3 inning for Bevan. 5 in a row retired. Mariners being no hit. Trying to break it up coming up here in the 5th. Three 0. Texas Rangers behind Matt Harrison. No hitting the Mariners through 4. Strike one to Miguel Olivo. Olivo smoking Holman for 5 and 6. Texas starters have pretty much kept a pretty good game plan. This guy's mixing up his pitches like Colby Lewis did on Friday. First pitcher, that was Derek Holland, applied on
95-mile-an-hour fastball. That's right.
Moved it up and down, in and out. And Olivo's full. He's gone. Second strikeout for Harrison. One out here in the 5th. The All-Star Club, it offers a first-class experience here at Safeco Field. You can reward your employees or take your clients to a Mariners game. You'll enjoy a delicious, all-inclusive buffet and a private lounge with excellent views of game action. For details, visit mariners.com/all-star club. Here's Smoke, fly to left. Strike one. gander at that one. It goes out of play.
And now Eric Wedge, the coaching staff, the players, they need a couple of guys to get hot and get hot in a hurry. Just to try to get this thing moving along a little bit. You get into these ruts and it's tough, Dave. I've been there, and I've been on clubs that have struggled with it. It's brutal. You just have to find a way to swing your way out of it.
One-two pitch to Smoke. There is a base hit. First of the day for the Mariners. Comes with one out in the fifth. Mariners' first hit coming in the fifth inning.
Maybe Justin Smoke will be that guy. Gets a solid base hit back up the middle. Hit a pitcher's pitch too, down and away on the outside corner.
Greg Hallman struck out on a 1-2 pitch. Oakland all over the Angels 9-0. It's in the fourth inning. Base hit, another one. As you might tell your bartender, back them up. Keep bringing them.
Back-to-back base hits, both of them hit back up the middle. Another pitch off the plate away. Mariners have their first runner in scoring position in Justin Smoke.
Was 1 for 6 in that category last night. 5-1 Texas win. There's Josh Bard, fly to right. Hamilton will take care of this one. Two outs here in the fifth, 2 on. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners.
Stay inside the lines. Stay
That's
inside
right.
the lines.
He's doing a pretty good job. Greg Hallman. 2 outs, 5th inning. Glad you're with us here at Safeco Field, everybody. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, and our Roots Sports crew. Sean Figgins rounded out the first.
He did, but it was also great play by Mitch Moreland, the first baseman, having to dive back towards the line to take a hit away from Figgins.
Down to Beltre. Foul ball. Last year at this time, Figgy started picking up with his batting average. I don't know how many opportunities he's going to get here. Second half, having brought Seager up. That kid's struggling too, as you would expect in his first couple of weeks. We shall see. Two and one. Game number 95. It's the 71st start for Figgins. 2-1. Worked the 3-1 count. 3-1 pitch. Taken for a strike, full count. This is the most pressure the Mariners have put on Matt Harrison so far today. A couple of hits here in the fifth, break up his no-hitter.
On a 3-2 count with 2 outs, Justin Smoke will get an early start here. A base hit, he can score on it. Look at where Nelson Cruz, the right fielder, is playing.
Oh.
He is almost on the line in right field, and Hamilton over towards right center.
Divisional opponent really knowing, having a heck of a read on their scouting and spray charts. Payoff pitch to Figgins, runners go. Nice foul.
I think again that's Ron Washington, and you have these different scouting reports, and a lot of times you see clubs where they'll shade the other way. He just moves them over there.
Yeah, sit there, no shade. Three-two pitch. Gets it down to Andrus. He throws across, and that'll do it. Another inning, another 0 on the board. 2 men left. Mariners do get their first 2 hits of the ball game. 5 in the books. 3-0 Texas.
Brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment, gaming, dining destination. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by Sterling Savings Bank. Visit sterlingsavingsbank.com. Back upstairs to Dave and Mike.
Thank you, Jen. Cloudy day here in Seattle. Roof extended. Oh, I like this. 5 grandfathers. Nearly fries. Way to go, fellas. Good stuff. Popped up off the bat of Michael Young. Right field for Ichiro. It's an important first out here in the 6th. Six in a row retired by Blake Bevan.
There we go. Go ahead and throw it.
All right, let's watch this guy. See what he has.
All right, going inside right away.
That's it. Hey, show him who's boss.
Move him around.
Nelson Cruz struck out to end the first inning with the bases loaded. Oh boy,
oh,
there we go.
Strike.
All right. He did go, said Adrian Johnson. These are those old timer stories. You probably saw this during your career. Sometimes intentionally, sometimes not. The new reliever comes in and throw one over the top. This is playable for Mr. Smoke. Another big out. Heard old stories about relievers that come in just Just try to loosen you up a little bit. Throw it up and over. I got something for you.
Hit the mascot.
Right. 2 outs. Bevan's found a little something here.
He has. His pitch count was a problem, and now he has it back in line.
Like one of David Murphy, single run scored and a fly to left.
Starting to get his ball strike ratio back to where you like to see it.
As potent as this lineup is, he was hurt by the bottom third. That's a pop down there in the bottom third. Murphy with part-time player with 4 home runs, and Napoli with 13. And Moreland hit the shot. His 12th. Oh, 2 to David Murphy. Just foul. So you can put him away here. 0-2 dribbler. Play Murphy straight away. The 0-2.
Another Ranger hitter that's just battling away at Blake Bevan. Looked like he was going to have a real quick inning.
Very good.
It worked out that way.
Oh, 2 to Murphy again. Fouled off again.
Mariners in the bottom of the 6th. They'll go 9-1-2. Get back to the top of the order. If they can put some pressure on Harrison. They're able to get some couple of hits and runner in scoring position last inning.
1-2. Guide to center for Gutierrez. 1, 2, 3, 6. Mariners coming off a 2-hit 5th inning. They got their first 2 hits. Maybe they can get a couple of runs here coming up in the 6th. Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by AT&T and by Jack in the Box. For a limited time, Jack's really big chicken sandwich combo is back for only $3.99 plus tax. Here's Jack Wilson to lead it off. Jack Wilson, Ichiro Gutierrez, Matt Harrison, 2-hit shutout. Mariners trying to avoid being swept in this 4-game set. Jack Wilson flied out to center his first time up. Busy day for Andrews. Stays with it. Throws out the Mariners shortstop by a step.
He has had a busy day, hasn't he?
1, 2, 5, 6, 7 on a line drive, and Bob, that's so
8.
Yeah, and then getting a double play. He's been all over. There's 1 run their last 40 innings. They picked up the first hits in the 5th after 4 1/3 of being no hit by Harrison. Here's Ichiro, a walk and a ground out to Andrews. Ground ball to Kinsler. 2 outs. Be part of the 2011 Dave Valley Charity Golf Classic. It's coming up July 28th at the Golf Club at Newcastle. Tournament raises money to support the Esperanza International Foundation with the mission to free children and their families from poverty. To register for more information, go to esperanza.org or call 425-451-4359. There's our friend Dave on the left. Ron Fairley. Red is back. He'll be with us on a road trip going back east to Toronto, Boston, and New York. Flag is giving it to him today. So you get your USC colors on today, pal. He said, come on, it's not football season.
Then, of course, he started to give Kremen a tough time.
About just about anything, right?
No, just about Oklahoma and the Sooners and that whole thing. So we're going back and forth.
Boy, that'll be picking up soon. There's Goody, hit into a double play and grounded out to short. 3-0. Back with a strike. Harrison has really been consistent here today. 3rd hit of the day for the Mariners. And on a 3-1 pitch to Gutierrez.
All 3 hits for the Mariners. Shot back up the middle. Ball's hit as hard as any of them. Solid line drive back up the middle.
Brings up Dustin Ackley. 2 out, 1 on. So Mariner hits today by Smoke, Hallman, and Gutierrez. Ackley lined out to short, grounded out to short. Outfield, Murphy, Hamilton, and Cruz swung around to the left. He could pull one down the line. He can run as long as he wants. Two-0 pitch. This is 3.
A little bit surprised that he threw him a 2-0 breaking ball. Missed with it.
Beltre and Andrus just took a step towards second. comes Cruz, backing up Kinsler. Cruz calls him off, makes the catch. That'll do it for the Mariners in the 6th. They do pick up their 3rd hit. 1 run the last 41 innings. 3-0 Texas. Texas trying to get the sweep here in their 2nd visit to Seattle. Take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Day off tomorrow. It's a travel day back east, Toronto, Boston, New York. Temperatures, check this morning. And again last night, just make sure. Boy, we're talking 85 plus for pretty much that entire trip, then come home for Tampa Bay. 2nd trip for the Rays in here to Seattle. Mike Napoli leading off. That'll be a quick homestand, too. 3 with Tampa Bay, 3 with Oakland, then back out on the road again. Angels in Texas for 6. 3-3.
Looking at that Toronto series, you see Joe Girardi's comments?
Yeah, talking about Toronto stealing some signs.
Yeah.
Change
at
them.
home, at home. Yeah, I think so, too.
Change them. Couldn't believe. I was stunned that he went public. Well, I'm not accusing him of anything. Come on, Joe.
Well, if you're saying that, you are, aren't you?
Correct.
I mean,
all right, for your next question.
That'll be interesting. Keep a close eye on that war in Toronto, see what they're doing, if anything at all.
Yankees win today. They split that 4-game series. CC Sabathia won yesterday. Jeff Gray's looked good his last 2 appearances. He's up, drawing for the Mariners. 3-1 to Napoli. That's way up there.
That is up
And it went through the. Wow, that went through some of the ironwork up there. Wow.
Right through the rafters. Didn't touch anything.
Beltre hit one of the girders up there earlier.
That's a long ways.
It looks good right from our vantage point. I'm close enough as I need to be to that.
There you go. You're not volunteering to do any extra welding or anything?
No.
Okay.
Strike 3 called to Napoli. That's 9 in a row retired by Blake Bevan. His 3rd strikeout. Turn around. Turn around. Yeah, one more rehearsal, but all in all, but high marks. Moreland. Allman comes in, track it down. Good for Blake Bevan. That's 10 in a row retired. That's a superior athlete out there. Coleman can run with the best of them.
Covers a lot of ground. Look at the concentration in his eyes. Watches it all the way in.
Top of the order, Ian Kinsler. He's grounded out 3 times. Once to third and twice to short.
This will be Blake's last inning. Young pitcher now. He's had 101 pitches.
One pitch he'd like to reel back was a 2-1 pitch to Moreland. 2-1, nobody out in the bottom in the top of the second. A 3-run homer into the right field stands. Boy, my mother would wear me out if I started doing that without the boots on.
If there was a puddle, I know you were jumping in it, though.
Look out!
Uh-oh. That was definitely an accident.
Mm-hmm.
He's been pitching him inside the entire game. He clearly didn't try to hit him.
The good news, he ends up on his knees.
Yeah. Looked like it ended up getting the helmet, and a lot of times it'll startle you more than anything as you take a look at this last pitch. As he looks inside, the fastball just runs up and in. And that ear flap saved him.
Oh, you know it. Yeah, and I remember when you. Oh, boy, that's hideous. Thank goodness for the ear flap is right, because you can remember. Oh, that's a sickening sound. The when they started wearing protective gear, it was just that little crown thing they put in a helmet.
In their hat.
In the hat, rather.
Right.
And then when did they go to the ear flap? I'm trying to remember that. Early mid-70s?
I think it was actually later than that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out when we come back. Blake Bevan's done. 3-0 as Jeff Gray takes over. And the big blow that he gave up the 3-run homer to Mitch Moreland in the second, but pretty good work all around, Mike. 6 2/3.
I thought he pitched well today. You look at it, 3 strikeouts, a couple of walks. One of them scored on the home run by Moreland. So he gave up the long ball, a 3-run homer. That's the difference in the game, but just 6 hits over 6 2/3 for him.
Nissan shift to the bullpen. And brings us Jeff Gray.
And Jeff has pitched well as of late, getting an opportunity, and ERA is under 3 at a 2.74. 23 innings pitched for him.
In 1983, Curtis Wilson tells us ear flaps became mandatory in '83. And Tim Raines was the last hitter. He was grandfathered in. He was the last one not to wear an ear flap. That was 02 with the Marlins. Oh, 83.
I had 2 teammates that didn't wear one. Some people remember Pete O'Brien, the former first baseman with the Mariners. He could pick it, and then Dave Winfield.
Yeah, that's right. Andrus, the hitter, 1-0. Two and out. Great story in '04, paying tribute in Atlanta to the great Henry Aaron. Anniversary of his breaking Babe Ruth's record. Rafael Furcal tried to pay tribute by wearing a flapless helmet, and Bill Welty said, no, new rule, pal. Go back and get the flap.
In '04?
Yeah.
By the way, it's been around for 21 years now.
Earl Batty, great catcher with the Minnesota Twins. 1961, he used a makeshift version of what we're now used to, what is now standard. And Tony Gonzalez had one pre-molded. I remember Tony, of course, great right fielder with the Phillies. Figgins throws out Andrus, and that'll do it. Jeff Gray does the job here in the 7th, closes out this inning. To the home 7th, Mariners looking for runs. They're trailing 3-0. Don't just make SUVs, we make history. And by Money Tree, looking for a loan with more time to repay? Apply for a Money Tree payday loan online at moneytreeinc.com. 7th inning stretch here at Safeco Field. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and the Root Sports crew. 3-0 Texas on a Mitch Moreland 2nd inning home run, a 3-run shot. Mariners, they've been limited to 3 hits by Matt Harrison. He went 4 1/3, no hit. CenturyLink high-speed pitch. Harrison at 96 and a Mariners starter. Blake Bevan at 93. Coming up here in the home 7th will be Smoke, Holman, and Bard 5, 6, and 7. Mariner hits today. Smoke broke up the no-hitter in the 5th, immediately followed by Holman with a base hit, both to center field. Then Gutierrez picked up the 3rd hit. That was in the 6th. with 2 outs. The only other base runner the Mariners have had was a leadoff walk to Ichiro, and he was erased in a double play. The Mariners have had 1 runner to second base. That was Smoke. Here's Olivo. Olivo, Smoke, Holman. 4, 5, and 6. We're in the midst, Mike, of the 3rd time around against Matt Harrison.
One big inning. That's what they need. Have some fun, make it simple. See if you can get a fastball to hit and hit it hard somewhere.
High ball right field for Cruz. Olivo 0 for 3. 1 out here in the 7th. That'll bring up Smoke. 1 for 2 today. Been a struggle for Justin. He hasn't gone yard since June 12th at Detroit. Anders gets yet another ground ball. 2 outs. It's 7 ground balls to Andrus, the shortstop. He's also involved in a 4-6-3 double play. Matt Harrison's kept him busy. Here's Hallman. A strikeout and base hit to center. Hallman behind 0-2 after fouling 1 back. Texas Ranger pitching has been stellar here in Seattle. 7th in ERA in the American League. 0-2.
That's it. We've talked about it. That's a good number for them when you consider the ballpark that they play in. Hitter's ballpark, so the pitching staff has pitched well all year. C.J. Wilson anchoring that rotation. The All-Star.
0-2. Hallman batting 6th today. 3rd time he's been this high up in the order. 1-2. Two and 2 with 2 outs. Off speed pitch gets him. 1-2-3 in the 7th. 1 run the last 42 innings. 3-0 Texas. Rangers lead it by the count of 3-0. Hey kids, there's a place at Safeco Field just for you. Seattle Children's Playfield, located on the main concourse in center field. Playfield is also host to the Kids Clubhouse with Mariners apparel and gifts tailored just for the youngsters. Plus, check out Moose's Munchies, serving special food geared toward the younger Mariner fans. See all the families here, young and old. Hamilton dribbles one over to Jack Wilson. Tag applied by Smoke. One out. All right, you got a little cape on. I like it.
Sure, at some point that'll be a blanket, huh?
There's Adrian Beltre. AB was walked, doubled, and rounded out to short.
Gray, he's shown a good fastball.
He has.
Typically 94, 95 miles an hour.
Backs him out. Right after him. I like that attitude. Let's do this. 2 outs. All the signs point towards riding Sound Transit and saving a ton of money on gas and parking. Visit soundtransit.org for details. There's Michael Young. 0 for 3. Reached on an error by Ackley and 2 flyouts to Detroit. Two and one. I think I'm taking a pass. Boy. Cardiologist would be on the phone in a heartbeat. Are you kidding me? Wow. You did what? Three and one, they count to Michael Young. 2 outs, nobody on. Inside, he lost him. Jeff Gray. 4th hitter he faces, he walks. Retiring the first 3. There's Nelson Cruz. Fouled into Bard's mitt for a strike. Cruz a strikeout. Huge strikeout first inning with the bases loaded. Single to center. First pitch he saw, that was off of Bevan in the 3rd. Found out the Smoke. One on one. Jack Wilson charges. Nice dig by Smoke. And hang a 0 on the board for Texas here in the 8th. Home 8th coming up. With Bart. And if every time you want to invoke some rally fry karma, this is it.
This is it. You guys need some help, so hopefully this will do it. We went with this one. The family out there, all the guys. We have George, Gene, Steve, Frank, and Rick. Yes, sir. Some rally fries for them out there in the outfield.
Guys stay at the ballpark. See what happens here with Matt Harrison. First pitch strike to Josh Bard, who's fly to right and center.
He's starting to mix in his changeup a little bit more. Josh out in front of that last pitch.
A good crowd on hand, 30,335. Jumps on one, deep left field, going back, and it's off the fence. Murphy gets it back in as Bard is in with a double.
All right, good start.
0-2 pitch. Josh Bard gets after it. That's his third double.
Harrison trying to climb the ladder, goes up out of the strike zone, and Josh just tomahawks this ball down the line. Hits off the base of the fence.
Fourth Mariner hit today. Sean Figgins. To the ball. Figgins a ground out to first on a nice diving play by Moreland, and a ground out to short.
With that double, the Rangers will get some action. Mark Lowe, already seen him in the series. He's up throwing in the Rangers bullpen. There's Mark.
Now it's 1-1 to Figgins. Bard at second. 1-2.
Harrison now 94 pitches, still throwing hard. That last fastball, 95 miles an hour.
To the stands. Mariners don't care who starts it. Somebody start a fire.
That is absolutely correct. And Josh Bard started things with a double here. See if they can push a run or two across.
It's dig by Napoli. 2-2. 2 hits in the fifth, 1 in the sixth, and now 1 here in the eighth. Harrison no hit the Mariners for 4 1/3. Two. Josh Bard, the starting catcher today. 1 for 3, laid off double here in the eighth.
Now Sean's putting up a fight. Fouled off a couple of fastballs, then he tried some change-ups, and now another fastball. 98 pitches for Harrison.
2-2 to Figgins. Come down low, full count. They employ that shift on Figgins where they have Cruz in right, shallow and towards the line, Hamilton in center and right center, and they give him a huge gap between Murphy in left and Hamilton in center. Payoff pitch to Figgins. It's in play, sends it down to Kinsler. Stays with it, throws him out. Bard moves over to third. So first time the Mariners have had a runner at third base. Runner at third. He moves the runner up.
Jack hit the ball hard his first time up. Hamilton looks like he's playing a little bit deeper than he was the first time. He was able to run it down.
Ball one.
Jack can hit it out in that area again. Mariners will pick up a run here.
19th started shortstop for Jack. Way upstairs, 2-0. Good work by Napoli, quick reaction. Two-0. Line drive. The Mariners have scored a run. We're on the board at 3-1. They're bringing the tying run to the plate. RBI for Jack Wilson, his 7th. So the rally cry karma there, Mike. The second run in 43 innings.
And this run comes in on a solid base hit by Jack Wilson. Hit the ball hard. I mentioned his first time up. This time it's a line drive base hit. It's a fastball in the middle of the plate and hits it hard.
A nice job by Bard to lead off double. Figgins with a productive out to the right side moves him up. Jack Wilson scores him. It's the second run in 43 innings for the Mariners. Ichiro has walked, grounded to short, grounded to second. Strike one, Ichiro. Fouled off his leg. 0-2.
Doesn't wear any protection on his legs, and those are some thin, soft shoes.
Well, they are. You've got some track folks in your family.
Yeah,
those are the lightest baseball shoes I've ever held. It's amazing. Oh, and 2's the count. Struck him out. 2 down. Ichiro 0 for 3 today. That's a 4th strikeout for Harrison. 2 outs here in the 8th. And when you're traveling outside the Northwest this season, don't forget to take the Mariners with you wherever you go. Subscribe to MLB.tv today. You'll see every Mariner game live or on demand on your computer or your favorite device. Go to Mariners.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere. Long, slow walk by Ron Washington out to go get his starter. Matt Harrison threw a whale of a ball game. He'll bring on former Mariner Mark Lowe for the 2nd day in a row. Mariners on the board, trying to get something going here and keep it going. 3-1 Texas. Matt Harrison, his day's done. Threw a nice ball game.
He did. 106 pitches, 66 of those for strikes. One walk in the game, gave up just 5 hits in 7 2/3 innings. Had really good command of his fastball today. Started mixing his changeup in the last few innings. Throw some sliders up there. Really did a nice job of pitching on both sides of the plate. And this will be former Mariner Mark Lowe. ERA at a 4.23. 27 2/3 innings pitched for Mark. 27 strikeouts.
Last night in the 8th, gave up a leadoff single to Ryan, then struck out Ackley looking. Olivo swinging, smoke swinging. There's 2 outs here, and the hitters Gutierrez. Strike one. Pretty 1 for 3 against Mark Lowe. Strike to Mark Lowe.
Veteran Darren Oliver getting loose in the Rangers pen. Aaron Laffey is throwing in the Mariners pen. There's Darren.
One pitch. Inside 2-1. One pitch here. Mariners down 2. Andrus will get another one. He'll have to hustle to get Goody, and he does. Mark Lowe shuts the door in the 8th. Mariners do pick up a run. Second run the last 43 innings. And they take shutout off the board. 3-1 Texas. Nine coming up. Make sure you sign up for Root Sports Red Alerts. Get updates on when to watch your favorite team. Stay informed on the biggest events in Northwest sports and receive exclusive offers and giveaways. Just text FAN to 95323 and get in on all the action. Aaron Laffey takes over, third pitcher today for the Mariners. He'll face Murphy, Napoli, and Moreland, 7, 8, 9. They did their damage second inning against Blake Bevan.
Aaron's numbers a 1.87 ERA for Aaron. He's really pitched well for the Mariners out of the bullpen. The lone lefty that they've had this year.
Murphy, Napoli, and Moreland in the second. Base hit to left for Murphy. A walk to Napoli and a 3-run homer for Moreland. Strike one. Aaron Laffey against Murphy. Murphy's 2 for 8 against him. Strike on 2. See if Laffey can put another 0 up in the board. Mariner pitching's done a good job since giving up the 3 spot in the second inning. Sale Feliz, Rookie of the Year a year ago, and former Mariners stalwart, left-hander Arthur Rhodes. Punched into left field for home, and he's had a nice day out there. 1 out. Here's Mike Napoli, a walk, a single, a strikeout looking. Way upstairs, ball 1. Mariners will head east tomorrow. Longest road trip of the season. Open up Tuesday. We'll have it for you at 4:07 first pitch Pacific time. Michael Pineda against Brett Cecil. Wednesday, Jason Vargas against Brandon Morrow. That'll be interesting. Morrow was really bummed out he couldn't pitch against the Mariners when Toronto came through here the first time. Coming off a win a couple of days ago. And Doug Fister on Thursday goes against Ricky Romero. Second time the Mariners will face Toronto. Mariners took 2 out of 3 in the early going back in mid-April. That's hit hard, deep left center field. Nobody's going to glove it. 1 hop off the fence. And Napoli cruises into second with a double. 2-hit day for Mike. And for Napoli, his 11th double.
Look at the swing by Napoli. He usually is not going to get cheated, as Dave mentioned, hitting 8th in their lineup. He has 13 home runs. This one short hops the fence out in left center field for a double. You get the Laffey, you'll get the left hand hitting Moreland, and then after that you have Kinsler and Andrews, 2 right-handers. Chris Ray is the right-hander getting loose in the Mariners bullpen. And there's Chris.
Strike 1 to Moreland. Next 3 opponents: Toronto, Boston, and New York. Mariners are 2-1 against Toronto, 2-1 against Boston, 2-1 against the Yankees. 4-2. No advancement, 1-2. Laffey looking for another out here, trying to get Moreland. Tough left-hand hitter. 1-2. 2-2. Looking ahead to the Mariners' home ninth. Ackley, Olivo, and Smoke 3, 4, and 5. Now that's a big one.
It is.
2 outs.
Yeah, that'll bring out Eric Wedge. He's had Chris Ray ready. Get a couple of right-handers coming up for the Rangers. That tracer last pitch fastball up out of the zone to give Moreland. There you go. Just climb the ladder on him. Can't catch up to it.
A nice work by Laffey. 2/3 of an inning. A hit and strikeout. 3-1 Texas. Out here, 3-1. Trying to get out of this top of the ninth inning. 2 down. Here's Chris Ray.
Chris Ray getting more work, steady work out of the bullpen as of late for the Mariners. Trying to mix in Jeff Gray a little bit more, give David Pauly, Jamie Wright a bit of a rest when they can. Those guys had to pitch a lot in the first half. And my guess would be if Chris will leave Napoli stranded out there at second base, he'll get Feliz in the bottom of the ninth inning. In the bottom of the ninth, you have Ackley, Olivo, Smoke, Hallman.
Breaking ball to Kinsler for strike.
Eric Wedge has a number of left-handed hitters he can go to if he'd like. Kennedy, Peguero, Seager, and Cust on the bench today.
One. Weather forecast for the upcoming road trip, nothing but 90s. Oh, 2 strikes. Crowd 30,335 here. Beach Towel Day. 1-2 to Kinsler. Struck him out. Nice job by Chris Ray. To the home ninth we go. It'll be Ackley, Olivo, Smoke, down 2 in the finale against the Rangers.
Field as the Mariners get their last chance here in the bottom of the ninth to close the gap against the Rangers. Hello, everyone. I'm Jen Mueller at the Northwest Ford Sports Desk, checking in now on other action from around the AL West. It was MC Hammer bobblehead day in Oakland, and the Angels can't touch this, that's for sure. Oakland up early, and Connor Jackson drops the hammer and helps put this one away early. A grand slam for the A's. Right now, Oakland leads at 9-0 in the 8th. Dave?
Can't touch this. Hammer, don't hurt him. Thank you, Jen. 3-1 Texas. Third consecutive game now. We're seeing Neftali Feliz, the American League Rookie of the Year. Last season, good crowd, as you mentioned, 30,335 on hand.
Numbers for Feliz, ERA just over 3, 35 and a third innings pitched for him. 24 strikeouts. He has 19 saves on the year. Opponent's average 205. He's given up 4 home runs this year, and we've seen him, as David mentioned. His fastball's been in the mid to upper 90s. You guys have to turn it up.
First time Ackley's seeing him. Let's see what gives here. Mariners down 2. He's with 40 saves a year ago. One-0 pitch. 2-0. To Ackley. Such a deceiving motion. I mean, just so nice and easy, and then bang, right on.
Last fastball to Ackley at 98 miles an hour.
Upstairs, 2-2. Two pitch. Hey, struck him out. One out here in the 9th. See what Olivo can do. He's 0 for 3. Ground out to short, a strikeout, fly to right. Riley caps. Why not? Gill likes the fastball. See if he can handle one. One or no. Mariners will be home again Friday a week from now. It's Tampa Bay and then followed by Oakland. 1-1. Be back on the 29th of July. One. That's explosive.
It is. Napoli's glove, the catcher's glove, is popping all the way up here. You have to try some way, if you can, to try to get him down in the zone. Trying to catch up to a fastball above the belt is difficult, and when you have his fastball, tougher yet.
Found that play.
So he's feeling good today. Hasn't even thought about putting a wrinkle in one yet. He's just pumping heaters in there. Next pitch will be 10. So 9 straight fastballs.
From Azua in the Dominican Republic, 1-2 to Olivo. Got him. 2 down.
Here's the first slider off the plate away. Justin Smoke try to keep this thing going. Looks like Adam Kennedy's come out on deck. Kennedy will pinch hit for Hallman. Hopefully he'll get an opportunity.
2 outs, nobody on. Smoke, 1 for 3. One to Smoke. Strike 2, and the Mariners down to their last strike. Well, that's some weapon, isn't it?
Throwing the upper 90s like he does, if you're able to get your break of all your off-speed pitches over the plate,
got it.
You're in trouble.
1-2 to Smoke. Down back. Smoke towards left. 2 out, nobody on. 1-2 pitch to Smoke. Breaking ball misses. 2-2. Lee's the 3rd pitcher used by the Rangers today. Matt Harrison 7 2/3, 5 hits, 1 run. Walk 4 Ks. Mark Lowe a 1/3 of an inning with a strikeout and out for Lee's. It's 2-2 to Smoke. Pitch down low, full count. Smoke trying to keep the spark alive. If he can get on, you got Adam Kennedy coming up next as pinch hitter. Kennedy would represent the tying run. Into the stretch, Feliz payoff pitch here to Smoke, and it's hit to left field. Going out Andrus, coming in Murphy. Murphy makes a catch. That's the ball game as the Rangers complete the sweep of the Mariners. Beat them 3-1 today. Outscore them 17-2. And the Mariners have scored just 2 runs in the last 44 innings. It is a bad run. They've lost 9 in a row, and Texas has won 11 consecutive ball games.
And they're going out on a 10-day road trip starting on Tuesday. Weather will be hot. Hopefully that'll heat the bats up so the guys can start scoring some runs again. It's been a rough 4 games for them. So we'll see what happens on the road trip.
Texas goes to 55-41. 14 games over 500. The Mariners dropped to 43-52, 9 under. Ron Washington's first place club enjoying their trip here to Seattle. Let's get out to Brad Adam and Dave Alley.
Well, gentlemen, thank you very much. Well, we heard the streaks, the numbers is not good, obviously, this series. Texas playing so well right now and doing it, Val, this series, not with the bats, although they were fine, but with pitching.
They really did. They shut the Mariners' offense down. As Dave mentioned, only 2 runs in 44 innings. So there has not been a lot of offense to happen. So the pitching, the starting pitching for the Texas Rangers has been outstanding. And then you combine that with their offense, second best in the American League. It's tough to come away with a win.
That's why they got a 4-game sweep. We'll talk more about this one, go inside the clubhouse, get some reaction, and then preview the big 9-game road trip starting tomorrow, the longest of the year. Keep it right here, Mariners postgame on Root Sports.